Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome to the second workshop of aelf-cli. And this is Ian, and the R&D director, and I'm Matt. I'm the marketing manager. And until now, there are already 6 participants joined the hackathon. 3 of them already submitted the project, which is going pretty well. And in today's session, there are 4 main aspects, which are the first one is to have a quick review of using aelf-cli to create an aelf smart contract project. And the second one is to know more about the aelf smart contract project. The third one is the one's aelf smart contract developing skill. And the fourth one is the brief introduction of aelf system smart contracts. And now, Ian, we will start the session today. And feel free to ask any question. I will ask you before the end of the workshop.
Okay, let's get started. Thanks, Matt. So last time I introduced how to use aelf command and aelf-cli to, especially aelf command to create your own aelf account and how to use aelf-cli to create an aelf smart contract project. And also I provided a super basic and simple implementation of getting and setting method as well. Yeah, it's here. And I hope you've already know about that, but if you missed the last workshop, don't worry. At the beginning of this workshop, I will launch a quick review of using aelf-cli to create the aelf smart contract project, which is basically it's a C# contract. You can see the CLI file. And also, it's okay if you aren't familiar with the C# language. I can show you the basic syntax of C#, and you will see it's very simple. At least the syntax we're using to develop the smart contract is very simple. In my opinion, it's simple, much simpler than the Solidity. And I have to say that the most wonderful thing in developing app contract is that you can test your code directly in this contract. Just after you implement the build method without launching any aelf node. Anyway, I'll show you soon. So next, I will get you familiar with the aelf smart contract, and I will tell you why we need this project, the purposes of each project, and how the contract you just coded can be tested in an unit test project. Yeah. And next, then I will use some aelf system contract as examples to show you some advanced skills of developing aelf contract. Yeah. And finally, I will show you all the system contract of aelf, and not all of them. Some of them are some very important. You might need to know in this hackathon the system contracts of aelf and how they can help you to build your own DApps. Okay, let's get start with the first part. Because aelf-cli is still in the earlier development stage, the only way you can get this tool is to clone this report. You put the report to the app project organization. Clone this report and use a .NET pack and .NET tool install to install it to your computer. Let's take a review of this README file. It says if you want to add a new feature to this tool, you can fork this report and add a new command class and make it inherit from the if command. And you need to follow the 3 steps to implement this command. Then register this command to the module Actually, we use the ABP vnext to hold all the project. Then after all of this, you can use the .NET pack command again and use the .NET to update your own feature. By the way, if you have any idea of improving this command line tool, just join the hackathon, and we'll be happy to merge your code and make the tool more useful. Okay, I've already installed the aelf-cli, so let me show you how to create an aelf contract project directly, and use aelf new. So this time I will create a contract named workshop. Yeah. So a few seconds to wait, then we can see a new generated file has already generated, and I name this file to the aelf workshop contract. Workshop. Yeah. So to really develop an aelf contract, use the SLN file. As we can see, several projects has already generated automatically, and here I listed some steps to develop an app smart contract. The first one is the first step. Define methods and messages for the new contract in the new product file. You may wonder where the product file is. It's in, you can check from the sales project. It's here. Workshop contract. Yeah, let me remove all the comments. You can check the comments on your own, but I don't need that. This time I will keep the hello contract. And I will implement this method soon, and I want to add more methods. Yeah, and more methods. Let's do it. The first one is start workshop. Oh, no, sorry. And to start the workshop, you may need to input. Message. Yeah, currently I don't know how. I don't know the fields. We will see. And next, yeah, just do it to everything is okay. And workshop. And we need a view method. Get workshop. I will use workshop and the get workshop. If you want to get custom workshop, you don't need pass a input. And for a view method, okay, I need this line. Second workshop and that workshop of specific Index use now the output of the view method should be a workshop message. So meanwhile, I have to design a workshop message here. Maybe it has a time or index. Date. Oh, let's use a index. And maybe Google pattern. So I forgot about that. So since we already reached here, let me introduce the two different types of methods in app contract. The first type is action, and the second type is view. And in action methods, if the method you're gonna define is able to change the gender ledger, or in Ether may call it a what state, you need to define it as an action method. The definition starts with RPC and there's nothing in the brackets. Meanwhile, if you just need to a method to expose a state of current contract, you need to define a view method. You need to add this line to its brackets. Yeah, after that, I will use the hello method to do the initialization. So maybe I need a initialize input. Or hello input. I just want to keep the input name and the method name the same. Okay. For start, title. If you want to start a workshop, you just add the title. Yeah. Workshop. Hello. The workshop name maybe. Okay. We check the second step. Where that, yeah. Compile or you can say build the contract project. I've nearly gonna to do that. Yeah. So if there's no error shown in your IDE or your terminal, you can go next step directly. But if you see this error, you can copy the command inner here. Yeah. And cd or workshop and execute this command manually. You can show the detail. The end workshop input is not defined. So this, or if you, do this, and I will leave it empty, and Google protobuf timestamp is not defined because I forgot to import one product file here. Build again. Okay. Oh, not defined because the timestamp and the report file come from the Google protobuf team. Yeah, because I modified it to hello input. Move all the commands. Okay. So after building the contract project successfully, you can check some file related related to this contract has already generated. Here, the methods are in .c.cs file. Sorry, and the messages are located in .g.cs file. These are messages or input and outputs. So we know that in blockchain, the aiming of a contract is to define logics to interact with the general ledger or the world state. And in F, the define in the state you want to interact with to define the state you want to interact with. You need to add some state properties here. Here is the state file of your contract. Property. And in this time, I will add a map state, long workshop, pilot workshop, and another. And it should be a state, not value. Current workshop. Yeah. So currently, it's enough for me to use these two states. So let's go to the last step. Override the method defined in the product file. The first one is already listed here, and I need to write others. Start, end, and also I need a file to contain other view methods. Okay. Get partial. We have two view methods. Okay. It's very easy to implement this. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, first I need to current workshop. Oh, okay. I should use ID, not index. ID. The ID will start from 1. So this is a second workshop, and just for fun. To develop this contract is not real. So after get count, so for initialization, sure. The most important thing in the help contract is to set the count workshop to is it correct to set it to 1? Yeah, it's okay. And I don't want this method can be executed twice. So workshop value should be 0 at first. Already initialized method. Yeah. Basically, I need to use this method to add a workshop message or object to the workshop map we defined here. Just to, I want to interact with this state. So this and the title is boutique and the start time is just use current block time. And the ID should be 1. I need to rebuild it to get it to know this field. Yeah. And the end time, I should set the end time here, so I don't use the don't need to initialize it. And just workshop map. And yeah, also I need this value. Right. And after that, I need to make it L1. So ID workshop. Yeah, that's all. And if I want to end the workshop, I need to get the workshop from the state. It assumes that this workshop object is already stored to the what state. Yeah. If I want to current workshop ID, I already sent it to. Maybe I need to rename this to next. Yeah, next is Yeah, next. It makes more sense. So the ongoing is the sound one. I'm assuming that this workshop object is already stored here. So I'm should make assertion that is not known or workshop with ID. Sorry. Workshop ID. Not. It makes no sense that this can be false. So do that fact. Okay. So I replaced this the value to add a new end time and block time. Okay. Updated this map. Yeah, where did we go? And just now I found that everyone can start and end a workshop here. So I should add a new role called owner. I will use a singleton state and it is address here. Contract owner. Only owner can interact with this and update these maps. So I need a set owner here. No, here. In F, the contract type is F dot address, and it is defined here. The transaction, message transaction, and hash and address all defined here. Defined it here. Address it is a contract owner. So it makes more sense if I use a contract owner to replace this. If the owner is none. Yeah. Otherwise, the message will be the error message of this transaction. Owner input. If the input dot owner is none, I will let the sender to be the owner. So I need a assertion method. Assert is owner. Sender. Otherwise, no permission. And also I need to make sure the owner is already set it. Sorry. Contract. Not. Contract. Okay. So at last, do not forget the important part. So far, I already implemented all the methods are defined here. So let's do some unit tests for these contracts, for these methods. I mean, we built the unit test file. Oh yeah, just ignore that, I think. We've already prepared a stop. And I will use this step to initialize this contract. We use a send sync, and I didn't use that, but I think we can store it. Or we can log an event. I'll do it soon. Have workshop. And the owner, I won't use the owner, and the owner should be this account, the address of this contract, this account. And okay, maybe I need to check the execution result. So okay. I will fire an event here. Message. Workshop started. Workshops started. It means this contract has initialized. And oh yeah, a name is well. And for defining events, let me copy code from other project file. And this, I mean, this method is an event. It will inherit from the log event class or message. Close. So we build. Now I can fire an event. Build file. Workshop started. Name is name. Oh yeah. Yeah. So far we can even just headers, I think, yeah, should be mined. It means this transaction, the hello transaction, will be created successfully. Debug. I'll show the things in the execution result. The output is workshop started, so the output I was defined here. Show this value. Let's check it. The transaction, I only care about the result. Here's the logs. The log event name is workshop started, and it has a value here. The value actually is a string value in of protobuf, and you can deserialize it if you want. So so far so good. Let's do the next step. Next thing is to start the first workshop. Workshop. The title. So usage of aelf-cli. Yeah. To verify this title is already set, I think get current workshop. If I want to execute a view method just to get the data from one exposed state, I need to use a call method. The input is empty. What should be one? Title should be start time should not be none. Not be none. So it says the workshop ID is, oh yeah, if you want to get the current workshop, so you can see the unit test is very useful. So the current, I need to sub one. Yeah, so that's and I'll show you another demo of another send method. Just another key pair, which is not an owner. You skip one to get the second key pair, and the stub is another stub. Sorry, another key pair. And use another stub to try to call the end workshop. Another stub. And workshop. If I use the send sync, you will let's check the execution result. Could we just show you the execution result, because the transaction won't pass in this case. Yeah, it failed because no permission. So if in this case, I need to use a send with exception async to make this unit test pass. Because I know this will cause the execution will cause problems. Execution result or error should contain no permission. Yeah. So I just done another demo. Let's move to the next part. Okay. Move to another part. I will get you know more about this contract project. So at first I'll show you the template. The template should be located here. And as the original template, it is a Hello World contract. And the way we generate a new app contract project is to do the string value replacement. It's very easy and naive. And if you don't like it, you can help us to improve that feature. And you may curious about what other projects of this SLN do. And in contract fair, it's no doubt that the only one project in contract directory is the smart contract itself. And in F blockchain, contract binary code is extracted from the DLL file, patched DLL file more specifically. Exactly, this is exactly. This is a contract. This is a project to generate the patched DLL file, and you can use this file to deploy a contract code to our admin chain. And let's go src source file. The code patcher is a tool to patch the contract and to the tool to generate this file. And the only patched contract can be deployed to the mainnet. And in mention project, some configs for local app blockchain if you want to start one. And the system transaction generator, it contains the logic to for now it just contains one logic to to deploy your own contract, I think, but currently no. Maybe I use the old version. So currently, and if you see that project is empty, just some basic service and a module. Oh yeah. The test-based project prepares the environment of testing this contract. Actually, it is a basic or underlying project of the unit test project. And another one is Launcher. Launcher is a project to start a local F blockchain. Oh yeah. I forgot about one thing. The system transaction generator it was moved here, so this generator is the underlying service for this generator class. And here, the contract you deployed will automatically you just developed will automatically deployed to the second block as a normal contract. Okay, maybe we can move to next part. I will go through very quickly some advanced skills of the app developing work. And if you are experienced with developing the Ethereum contract, you should be familiar with the event log. And in app contract, we have the similar thing called log event. Log event, yeah. We define the log event in the core.proto. And the entity of this message will be included to the contract result after the completion of such transaction. So to file a log event, as you may have already seen from here, just call the context dot file and I will show you more here. And if you go to our aelf explorer or aelf scan, just random find one transaction. Oh, it's no log here. Clan. Yeah. This is a log event. And all these logs are fed from the by executing this transaction. And to use these log events, we either scan all the transactions and store this field to our database or configure one F node to push certain log events to RabbitMQ. And then we use another program to subscribe the messages from RabbitMQ, handle message and do its own stuff. And if you have any interest in the second usages I just stated, and you can learn more about our aelf mechanism. We deployed the aelf contract, but maybe I forget the contract. Yeah, this is our Oracle contract. And actually, the Oracle nodes are the program subscribes a message from RabbitMQ and then commit and transmit data from off-chain to F blockchain after a query has established by a certain transaction. Yeah. So you can see the commands and reviews transactions come after a query transaction. And we are using this to build a general price service to the F mainnet, and our team is still working on that. So of course we can discuss this in the developers Telegram group if you have any idea to launch other projects like this to make full usage of the log events. And the second one is interact with another contract. I will show you that soon. So if I want to check the balance of the owner, modify it to contract reference. And I will use a token contract. So in this case, in this way, I can reference the token contract. There's a reference stub code generated here. The first step is adding reference date, and be aware that the reference date size control should be internal, because this is generated as an internal class. Token contract. Sorry. Let's see a demo. Yeah, should be okay. Token contract. Oh, I forgot to modify the link. So it need to go to the reference directory. Yeah, it works. So the third step is to initialize its address. I will do it here. Token, and because I want to use the system token contract, I can directly call contract get. The system contracts all have their own contractor name and located token contract system name. To check the balance, here, I just got a case in balance. So if we call start work, I want to get his balance of elf token. Balance. Oh. So here is the owner is owner. Symbol is in this way you can get the ELF string. So okay. I want to know why. Oh yeah, the index is duplicated. 6. Okay. Balance. No, it's balance. It's balance. Because it's actually the output. Yeah. And check again here. It's end balance. In this time, if you test, I don't know actually what is that balance, but I know it's greater than, should be positive, greater than 0. Sorry. Debug. Yeah, it has a very huge balance. So I get the balance successfully by using the reference state. Okay, and the last one is remember to use a in app blockchain. States can only be exposed via adding view methods, and you may use keywords provide or public to define the state accessibility. But you can only expose these states in some view methods. That's all. Just to keep that in mind. And so in the last part, I will. This is versus between system contract and normal contract, and just read that. It's okay. And here's some descriptions of system contracts, and we can talk about that in the Telegram developing group, because I think the time is enough. I want to leave some time for the questions. So do you have any questions?
Yes. So yeah, do you have any question, guys? You can just type it in the chat box and I will answer it.
Maybe not.
Maybe no problem.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you all for watching the workshop today, and I hope we solve your problems and concerns. If you want to join the event, the hackathon, you can go to the link that's sent in the chat box. And thank you for the detailed workshop, Ian. And remember to join the next workshop, guys. See you next time. And thanks.
Okay, I finished that. Bye.